And away from that, journalists, media organizations, tech platforms, and academic communities converged at the maiden West African Journalism Innovation Conference in Abuja yesterday with a focus on nurturing innovation for a sustainable future. Speaking at the conference, keynote speaker and Vice President Google, Richard Gingras, advocated collaboration as a way forward as the honed in on the need to adopt the changing times and ensure the viability of media despite new development. Amadine Were attended the conference and has more on the story.
It was a coming together of technology, journalism, and the education sector in Abuja on Tuesday as the Center for Journalism Innovation and Development held the inaugural West African Journalism Innovation Conference with a focus on accountability journalism and the need to nurture innovation for a sustainable future. A recurring theme of the conference was the need for funding and sustainability models for newsrooms, as the field has become oversaturated with citizen journalists who do not abide by the ethics of the profession. Keynote speaker and Vice President News at Google, Richard Gingras, stated that the new tech innovations and trends were an opportunity for the media to revive its viability and profitability.
I speak specifically for Google. Our interest, we know our business is most successful in open societies. We know that journalism is very important to maintain open societies. So I think it is most useful when tech companies like ours and journalism organizations like yours can have healthy collaborative relationships so that we can learn from each other. We're good at technology, you're great at journalism. Right? And how do we work together to understand how can we help apply technology in ways that are good and healthy and productive for journalism? There's opportunities in technology. I wouldn't say that technology alone is the answer. It can be a part of the answer if appropriately and thoughtfully applied.
Also speaking to journalists, the publisher Premium Times and CEO CJID, Dapo Oloriomi, reiterated the need for newsrooms to maintain ethics by tapping into alternative sources of funding, including through use of technology and innovative news coverage and distribution.
How do you finance journalism in the 21st century? So these are the challenges, and it's not facing us alone, it's facing every part of the world, but we're not discussing it enough here. So we said, well, listen, when you have a problem in anything, you come to a T-junction, you have to innovate, you have to think about how to creatively change things to your advantage. So we thought that let's start the conversation at least. And we work, CGID, we work within the English language, West Africa, ECOWAS region, so Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Liberia, and Gambia. So, okay, let's bring everybody together. If you go to Sierra Leone today, 1900, that's when the home of journalism in West Africa. That's the bad place. 1800. It's hopeless. You just read the newspaper, they just like rags. Television news, everything. So it's because you can't finance them very well. But there are solutions. People are solving this problem both here. So we just have to come together and think about it. So that's what the conference is all about.
A delegate at the conference, Agba Jalingo, spoke about how the platform could aid protection of journalists.
I've not seen the number of journalists gathered like this in Nigeria for a long time. I can confidently say that this is the first of its kind. Even when we go for NUJ events, usually you don't get to see this kind of numbers of journalists, particularly younger ones, gathering together. So this will help, first of all, to build a network of journalists. I have been threatened a lot of time, and what saved me, what came first to my rescue was a network of journalists that I belong to across the world. Center for Protect, Committee to Protect Journalists, several of them across the globe. These persons, they are the ones that will help to amplify the voice. Because if you are arrested and hidden in one corner of the world and nobody knows about it, you could rot in there. With the emergence of platforms like this, the opportunity to do those kind of things will keep getting slimmer and slimmer. It will be difficult for you to hurt any one of us, and a large network like this will not know. So I think this will bring ancillary benefits to the efforts that we need to make by ourselves personally to keep ourselves safe. But this will build a network. that we can always rely on as a journalist when we get into trouble.
Key takeaways from the conference include the advocacy to avoid compromising the principles of accuracy, truthfulness, while prioritizing solutions through new and advanced technologies. I'm Adin Obewe, reporting for KAFTAN Television.